Okay, so today we are going to talk about the structure of an atom. We have already discussed about this thing in our previous video. If you haven't watched that video, then the link is given below. First, go ahead watch that video. We are making a video series on this chapter matter, and this a structure of an atom uh, is the topic of the chapter matter class 8. So I have already created like 2 videos, and this is the third video. So first go ahead watch those 2 videos and then watch this video. So we have already talked about the structure of an atom in our previous video, and still there is something we need to talk about. There is a little bit thing left in this topic, a structure of an atom. So today in this video we are going to cover the thing that is left. We are going to basically see the structure of an atom. This is the real structure of an atom, and you can see over here. And today we are going to discuss this thing in detail. So you can see this is the structure of an atom. I have also talked about this structure in our previous video, but I haven't talked about this thing in detail. So today we are going to see these things. Let's start the topic. The structure of an atom. These are something that we have already talked about yesterday, but still I'm gonna just explain you in brief, and then we are going to focus on this model, the atomic. I mean the this is how an atom looks. Okay, so first let's start with what is an atom. As you guys already know, an atom is the smallest particle of an element which takes part in a chemical reaction without division, right? I have already talked about this definition. I don't pay attention on the camera, focus on the whiteboard, right? So this is the definition of an atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element which takes part in a chemical reaction without any division. So when any kind of chemical reaction is occurred, the atoms, they do not divide, right? And this is the definition. And now diameter of an atom is approximately 10 to the power minus 10 meters. So you need to remember the diameter of an atom, because you'll get asked in the exam that what is the diameter of an atom in multiple choice question maybe, and you have to tick the right answer, right? So you need to remember the diameter of an atom, 10 to the power minus 10 meters. This is the diameter of an atom. The diameter of an atom is approximately 10 to the power minus 10 meters. And then we have, in 19th century, it was found that there are other smaller particles in an atom. The name of those particles found in an atom is in electrons, protons, and neutrons. These are 3 particles which help to form an atom, a single atom, right? So inside an atom, these particles are proton and present electrons, protons, and neutrons. So we are going to discuss all the things after this. Okay. So these are the name of the particles which are found in the atom, in an atom: electron, protons, and neutrons. These particles are called subatomic particles, right? Subatomic particles or fundamental particles. So the name of these particles: electrons, protons, and neutrons are these particles are called what? Subatomic particles or fundamental particles, right? And here you can see that this is the structure of an atom, right? So let's talk about this now. So now let's talk about the main feature of the structure of an atom. The main features of the structure of the atoms. Let's talk about this. So in the main feature, basically we'll talk about this figure. What are those things? What is shell, orbit, everything, right? So let me erase this thing. And okay, so these are the main features of the main features of the structure of the atom are given below. So these are the main features, some main features of an atom, and the structure of an atom that you need to know. So let's start with the first one, number 8. The central portion of any atom is the nucleus. Pay attention here. The central portion of any atom is what? Nucleus. Like here, you can see this is the structure of an atom. This is the atomic model, right? The model of an atom. So this is how an atom looks like from the inside, right? So this you can see this center. So this center is what? The center is called nucleus. And so it is written that the central portion of any atom is nucleus. So this center is nucleus. So remember the name of all the things, right? Focus here, and then remember, you have to remember the names. The nucleus contains what? I've written something wrong here. Neutrons, protons and neutrons. This will be over here. Protons and neutrons. The nucleus contains, let me write here, protons and neutrons. So this thing will be here. The nucleus contains protons and neutrons. Protons are positively charged particles, and the neutrons are chargeless particles. So proton, let's say this is the proton. This proton is what? Positively charged particle. They have positive charge. And neutron, let's say this is the neutron. They are chargeless, right? They don't have any charge, right? They are chargeless. You can say 0, right? They don't have any charge, right? So positively charged particle are called protons. Particle which has a positive charge is called protons, right? And neutrons, they don't have any kind of charge. They are chargeless particles. So remember this, right? You can see in the nucleus, and protons and neutrons are located in the nucleus, right? And the nucleus contains protons and neutrons. And protons are positively charged particle, and neutrons are chargeless particle. So here you can see in this structure, this is the nucleus. Inside this you can see those little things. So this thing is proton, and this thing is neutron. So neutron and protons are in the center, in nucleus, right? And then we have the negatively charged particles are called electrons. So these are electrons. So you can see they revolve around the nucleus. So the negatively charged particles are called electrons. They revolve around the nucleus with a high speed in certain closed path called shell or orbit. So they revolve in a path. You can see this shell. These are called shell. So they are on the shell. They revolve. They revolve around the nucleus in a certain path called shell or orbit. They are called shell or orbit. So you can see these little dots in every shell. They are electrons. They are what? Electrons. And electrons are negatively charged particles. Let me write here. Electrons are negatively charged particles. And protons are positively charged particles, and neutrons are chargeless. So in electrons, they are negatively charged particles. Protons, they are positively charged particles, and neutrons, they are chargeless. So remember the position of all these three particles in an atom, where they are located. You need to remember this. So electrons, they revolve around the nucleus in a fixed path called shell or orbit. And protons, they are located in the nucleus. They are in the nucleus. You can see this is proton, and also neutron. They are inside the nucleus. Neutron, right? So remember the location of these things. And this is called nucleus. This central thing is called nucleus. And the path where protons evolves, they are called shell, right? So now let's talk about these three particles a little bit in detail. Okay, so let me erase this thing. But I think the video has already become a little bit long, so we'll talk about these three particles in our next video. And the video will come yesterday very soon, so you don't have to. The video will come tomorrow very soon, not yesterday. So you don't have to wait for much time. So that's it for this video. You can take this screenshot if you want. I'm making also notes for you guys. So that's it, and we'll talk about these three particles in our next video. So that's it for this video. If you are new here, tap on that button and turn on the bell icon so you'll get these kinds of videos every day, almost every day, right? That's it. Bye.